Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Before we get into our session, I just want to take a quick moment and thank our sponsor for this video, which is Fume. If you've ever tried to give up a habit before, you know how challenging it is. Whether you're trying to cut it out entirely, like, okay, done, or wean yourself off. Either way, it's quite a challenge, and Fume is a great tool to essentially replace a more bad habit or unhealthy habit or non-beneficial habit with something more neutral, enjoyable, and really just a pleasure to keep in my pocket, fidget with, and use throughout the day. Fume is essentially this device paired with their flavor cores, which is this little part in here. I'll show you how to change it. So I'm going to take my old one out. But it's a very simple, clean design, very sturdy, has a great weight to it, and is a sort of fidgety tool. You can twist and play with it. There's a magnet in here, so it's a really satisfying feel in your pocket. So not only is it helpful for the kind of hand-to-mouth habit, but also just having this around gives something for my hands to do, which I appreciate so much. So let me show you how it works. I'm going to be using one of my favorite flavors, the maple pepper. And you just take out one of their cores, open your device, pop it in. I just hope you can see. I feel like my tracker, my camera. There we go. And super simple, slide it in. And on the bottom, there's a feature to open the end all the way like this, or close it a little more, and that will determine how much like airflow moves through it. So the more open it is, the more flavorful it is essentially. I like to keep it about a quarter way open, about that, like half and half. And you just take a little, or however much you want, because it's purely plant-based and you're not inhaling any like vapors or smoke or anything like that. There are no batteries, there is no heat, no oils, nothing messy to spill in your pocket or purse. And you can just breathe in. It's really yummy, yummy tasting air, essentially. This is the original flavor core pack, one of my favorites, the maple pepper. I love this so much. It's just it's hard flavor to explain, honestly, but it's a little bit sweet, but more so just a little earthy. I don't know, it's a difficult flavor to put into words, but it's very, very enjoyable. One of my favorites. One of my other favorites being the crisp mint. I find the mint like so invigorating and refreshing. Oh, I just love it so much. It's super yummy. And they also have a white cranberry in their original like core packs that I received. Love this one as well. Very festive, very Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's giving cranberry and spices. Super, super yummy. There's another bundle of flavors as well. The orange vanilla, yummy orange and vanilla, kind of subtle vanilla. I like this one a lot. Then there's the raspberry lemon, also very yummy, fruity. Almost has, for me personally, almost like a little bit of like a mocktail flavor or something like that. Like something fruity, a little lemony, just, I don't know. I really enjoy it. As well as the sparkling grapefruit. I love grapefruit flavors, grapefruit drinks, even grapefruit soaps and just smells in general I love. So I really do enjoy this one as well. Recently, Fume launched their Solano version of the device. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, which has a premium walnut wood barrel and an onyx black coated metal piece to the device, which has, from what I understand, a smoother finish. It is easy, enjoyable, even fun. And Fume has already served over 150,000 customers with thousands of success stories. So there's no reason that can't be you too. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup with harmful habits by picking up your journey pack today. Head to tryfume.com/ the Luninate, or scan the QR code on the screen. I will place it over here and use code the Luninate to get 10% off your journey pack today. You can also upgrade your journey pack to the Solano version, which looks so nice. I really would like to get my hands on that. And also get the 10% off. That's tryfum.com/TheLuninate and use code TheLuninate to save an additional 10% off your order today. Thank you so very much to Fume, and thank you so much viewers and subscribers. I really cannot do this without you. I'm so grateful to you. And now let's get into our session. Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Luninate. And what I'm creating for you today is a hopefully relaxing, possible meditation tool, unwinding tool, self-reflection tool, journaling prompt, stuff like that. You can use this for anything you like, but those are my recommendations. And of course, if you're open to the concept of energy work and Reiki and prayer or intentions or even placebo from those things, you can utilize this as a by proxy energy work session. I am a Reiki teacher, practitioner, student, studying all forms of healing arts modalities. And I've been lucky enough to be doing this for some significant amount of time here. I just saw on my channel I have we're going back pretty far, and I work with people in person too, not presently, but I do have a lot of experience with working with people one-to-one. Actually, my experiences in sessions have been my greatest teachers, so I'm encouraging, or I'd love to encourage any of you who are energy workers, who are practicing, to get as much practice as possible, because it really does help, and I'm still in it, So our theme for today, forgive me, let me just share. Thank you so much to those of you in Patreon, those of you just here in the channel, those of you who have signed up for any classes with me. Thank you so much. It's been a really bumpy year, and your support has truly saved my life. So thank you so much from the very bottom of my heart. If you're interested in some additional content or just supporting the channel, Patreon is a good way. There's a lot of catalog there from back end. I'm adding to it, but I am in a little bit of a slowdown still while I kind of work some things out. So thank you for the grace, of course. And if you're interested in learning Reiki, I do have those available now on Teachable with discount codes below. I used to teach in person, I used to teach one-to-one, and I taught remote one-to-one, and then I taught remote class, and now I offer them all on Teachable, so it's easy and accessible, and you can go at your own time, and I really do love that element of the Teachable format or hosting service. So thank you so very much. Our theme for today is one of value, and it's kind of part of a two-part series that I'm working on here, or there's going to be two videos that should support one another. Today we're going to be focusing on value specifically in the idea that, let's ponder this. A lot of us are undervaluing ourselves in many different areas, whether that's in relationships, in our careers, in our lives in general. We sometimes, very often, see ourselves with much less, forgive the redundancy here, but value than we truly have. Particularly when things come easy to us, particularly when things are enjoyable for us. It's like we don't expect as much in return. We have trouble setting our, let's say, prices or something like that when it's something we enjoy or when it's something that comes natural, as examples. So I really want to work on clearing any blockages surrounding this. We're going to be working with the heart, with the solar plexus, and just doing some clearing and some chatting along the way to empower ourselves to really own the tremendous value and worth that are wrapped into that which can come quite naturally to us, or that which is enjoyable, or that which we feel drawn to. There's this kind of concept that work has to be hard or things need to be challenged. Life is going to present us with challenges regardless, but not everything is going to have to be that way. Like, it can be enjoyable, or it can come easy to us in certain elements. Like for relationships, an example, some of you are really good at being a partner, and yet you, myself in the past included, end up in relationships where you're giving, you're not getting in return, and yet that balance is not held necessarily by you with respect. And you know, only for those who resonate with this as the example here. But we end up in relationships that are so imbalanced and are not returning because we're not valuing all that we just are and give so generously of ourselves in love and in friendships, for that matter, in work as well. So we're going to be working with that. To give you a little, I don't want to say sneak peek, but idea about what the other video will cover, we're going to be covering there a concept of unconditional worth. You know, we talk so much about unconditional love, but I want to talk about that from an abundant sort of point of view, as well as like tying worth into it, unconditional. Okay, so that will be coming up later in the month. All right, so I haven't lit the candles yet purposefully because I wanted to do this with you. I still have to get myself some little tea lights for my cute little candle. So I just use a lighter because it goes a little faster. But we have 3 over here, and I'm gonna light them with intentions to call in your guides, ancestors, spirit team, helpers, angels, your spiritual team, your subtle team, for that support. The single candle here will be setting in intentions for like myself and my connection to the beyond, my connection to my higher self, you and your connection to the divine, to the beyond, to your higher self, etc. And then the 3 over here, if you can see, are going to be more for working with the physical, the mental, emotional, and physical planes. All right, so I'm just going to set our intention here with you on behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and perfect alignment. It's our intention today to work with how we value things that we enjoy, things that we have naturally, innately within ourselves as characters or characteristics, skills, qualities, facets, elements of self that I really would love for us to be able to turn on, you know, be able to really grasp how truly, I need to like thesaurus another word for value because I'm annoyed with myself repeating it so much here, but the value of and the quality of what that is, you know, in us, and to expect, and not in a one-to-one expectation necessarily, as in I'm bringing this so you have to return it to me directly. That might be the case in a lot of cases, but I want to go even bigger than that. I want to expand into like more of a universal perspective of the return, you know, you going about your day, you being true to yourself, you sharing of yourself, your love, your knowledge, your skills, your suggestions, your compliments, your just like good energy, and know that it is returned to you because it is so truly valuable. So I'm going to light these candles. I like to start with this one for our individual connection to the beyond. Our connection to our subtle team, our guides, ancestors, deities you might work with, and for manifesting in the physical, spiritual, or emotional and mental fields. I got this cool big, there's going to be a lot of fallout here, bushel of sage. I think this is like a black sage. It's like a typical garden sage. And you might hear my son in the background. Sorry about that. You also might hear some rain. I wanted to bring this in for a little purification. I'm gonna kind of smack you with it. Like we're dusting out a rug. And just really loosening those feelings, like kind of wanted to hit you in a gentle but very clear way. Hit you what you've been undervaluing in yourself. What of this topic, of this subject, you can find in your life, or what areas of your life this may resonate in, to kind of call our attention to it and start to be able to release our work, transmute it. All right, so I'm gonna tap over your head and down your body. We're going side, front, side, gonna go behind you. Down the back. Focus under the feet or under the lowest part of your body. And right above your head. Like, I don't want to be too pushy, but I'd love for you to really picture this touching you on the head. I want to work in the palm point, or simply the receptive palm points, receptive meridians, the inward flow meridians. You could picture me tapping your palm if that works for you, or just, again, like breathe in perhaps and focus on the inward breath, clearing that inward flow. Work on the out, and we're going to come back to the in as well. And now focusing on your dominant palm point or your outward flow, you can focus on breathing and the breath out. I'm going to tap right in your heart, just feeling guided. Right on the heart, so like right on the chest. If you don't mind, I'd love for you to picture that. It feels really good. It's a little bizarre, but it feels really good. And I'm going to tap out that outward meridian, just beginning to release any blockages. And again, now on the inward flow, the receptive meridians. Into the heart, out, in, to the heart, and out. In again, to the heart. And out. Okay, I'm just gonna tap in the consciousness with this. The higher mind and lower mind in unison. It's nice and big, just like this. I know it looks silly. I know it looks silly. page on the floor. So here I have a heart tuning fork. These are the hertz, if you're curious. And we're gonna hold it in the center, sway it side to side, focus on the heart channel, the heart communication. And what I mean by that is your passions, yes, your wishes, yes, your manifestations, yes. And specifically in this theme here, your like innate qualities, what you have been gifted with to express and share in this world with all of us. I might cut the video for a sec. I just want to reposition my microphones. Okay. Focusing in the heart space. Just really feeling it. You have been given these gifts. You have been given these passions. These things you find joy in or find confidence in or pride. And I don't mean that as an over-the-top pride, but a pride, a self-esteem. Really calling that through your consciousness, your energy centers, as in your actions, your thoughts, your imagination, your feelings, your body connection, your spiritual connection. Maybe there's a reason you undervalue these things, these qualities, these interests. Maybe you had a parent that told you there was no money in art. Maybe you had an experience in an early relationship or in youth that kind of set you up to see things a certain way, but it may negatively impact us. Perhaps in your household there was an imbalance. Perhaps you weren't given attention or affection. Whatever it might be. The metal looks really cool in this light. Arousing those interests, skills, passions, wishes, etc. getting sort of a message. This feeling that you have to do more, give more, be more. When really what someone might only want of you is to be with you, to be in your presence, to hear your thoughts, to watch you work, to hear you talk about your passions or what you know, what you feel called to develop. Use this sacred Copal spray, and I have some Copal as an oil that I want to use too, but I'm going to just spray this down your back, your front, your side, other side, under your feet or under the lowest part of your body, and above your head. And I'm going to do over my head too. How nice in my hand. Alright, just going to work through the aura a little here. Just charging in with this Copal, one of my most favorite metaphysical earth tools. I love the resin, I love the spray, I love the oil, I love amber, and we're actually going to be working with some amber too. So this is a piece of amber. A little piece broke off here so you can kind of see. Got a light so you can see. This beautiful piece of amber. And what I was pointing at is this area right here. Cool. So, I wanted to bring this in for that quality of just like natural production, like natural giving, this gold you produce, like sharing your love as you just express yourself in love, or sharing your work ethic or your skill sets or your abilities to navigate to conversations, to comfort people, to encourage people, skills that you have in more of like a crafting sense, skills that you have in terms of more of a what would we call it, like academic sense, or a math or science sense, or history, or understanding intersocial issues and relationships, your baking skills, like your whatever it might be. Sorry, there's so much here, but whatever you're naturally good at and producing and allowing to flow from you, just like the trees produce these beautiful saps, and here we have fossilized, or I guess you would call it fossilized, right? Version of that. And now it's this beautiful beautiful? I mean, it looks like a little piece of funky bread, I guess. But you can see how beautiful it is. All the qualities it possesses. And all the gold. I'm going to place this between your feet or just below your form. I wanted to use these Moonstone pieces that I got from Monk and Moon. They're called the polarized Moonstone. It has black and white Moonstone together. And I love the sounds they make. I wanted to bring in Moonstone in general because it has such a lovely feminine, as in nurturing, as in creating a safe space to be held, to be seen, to be appreciated. And I like the juxtaposition. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right. Between the colors here, so like the seen and unseen, the things that are very evident of your qualities, and the things that are a little more subtle. They're sensed, they're obviously influencing, but it's a little harder perhaps for people to put their finger on, or even for you to identify within yourself. So I want to do, as I tap these two sides together, just kind of call that out in your consciousness, heighten, in a comfortable sense, of course, so you can see the seen and unseen qualities of yourself. And I really want to put so much worth, so much value, so much, what's the word? Like a price. Like, I would pay for that. I will give for that. I will give that back to you for that kind of energy, you know? Just calling it through, heightening and channeling through with every tap, a little combustion, and sending out an awakening to truly know your worth here. What you bring to your relationships, your work, and beyond. Your life, others' lives. Seen and unseen. Innate and learned. Mastered and developing. It's very windy outside. Rainy. I'm gonna go right over the eyes like this. Okay, so third eye, throat. And I'm going to place these on opposite sides of the amber to the east and west. I have this beautiful garden quartz, shaman quartz. I forget the proper name for it. I think it starts with an I, but it goes by those names too. Since I have the flashlight out and ready, hopefully, no, you can't, but you can see the little gardeny looking, mossy looking formations, inclusions in the stone. Rich, fertile, abundant, intuitive, intrinsic, seen and unseen. I love this stone, it's so nice. Sorry, purse is away. your garden is abundant. The things that grow within you, things you've planted, oh, I like that, I want to grow that. And things that grow naturally within you, or as if you were born with them, And the harvest. Gardening is actually a great example of this. Comes very naturally to some people, and there's a harvest. There's stuff to be shared, but you might not value it as much. Again, if it's just there, just there. Yeah, these tomatoes have always been here. That's just what I do. Yeah, take it. It's like, well, how about I exchange? How about I give you some of this or that? So I want to point this in as I'm channeling through into the consciousness for you to really shine a light on your own garden reflections. What you've been cultivating, what you've sort of witnessed and observed and then resonated with and then explored for yourself, and again, like expressing, sharing your generosity of these passions or interests or whatever they might be, skills. And then of course also what just feels like it's always been there, feels like it's no big deal. So I'm gonna place my hand on my heart, and a little crack there, a little release. I'm gonna point into the higher consciousness, a figure 8, channeling through. I hear my son. Focusing. It's like a compliment of being a good parent. Like, yeah, thank you. But yeah, of course I'm a good parent. Why wouldn't I be, right? It's not easy. Your art, your style, your generosity again, and showing up for your friends, showing up for community, whatever it might be. I'm not trying to create rules here, just examples, channeling through. And we want to begin to use this as we're calling in the shamanic properties here, this transforming, this stepping in now, right? Seeing yourself taking a step forward. And stepping in to truly see this as your wealth. See this as your I want to say gains, your worth, your net worth in a sense. As part of it. Step in. Gonna go around the eyes like this. To see from this new, higher perspective. Higher as in the higher we go, the more we see. Balanced. Channeling through. Right, I'm going to place this to the south, behind you, sort of. And finally, and I don't think I need a flashlight for this one, this sweet, petite Veracruz Amethyst. So adorable. It's precious. It's truly precious. I love this stone. And I'm going to focus in the same area here. And this with a, I want to call it a spiritual aspect here. Spiritual as in unseen and subtle, but spiritual as in divine, all connected. This sort of like web of consciousness or roles that we all play. We're all helping one another. We're all helping each other learn, helping each other grow. And I really want to call like the value in that and just your existence here. So I'm going to focus in again. I wish I could get it to focus. Here we go. And I'm going to just go through the higher mind, channeling through the above. Focusing on the glands, the pituitary and pineal, circling the pituitary and pineal glands, causing a reaction between them, a harmonizing but an activation as well, a harmonized activation to transform. Around your head, around your crown, channeling through this halo of sort of like a mental protection to hold this state of mind, this value, perspective. And we want to call in here a magnetism. I will be doing that. But I'm going to place this now to the north of you. So we have a grid. The center is the amethyst, the black and white moonstones on the side, the shaman quartz or garden quartz to the south, and the Veracruz amethyst to the north. And we're going to kind of set our intention and focus on that grid, that field, and feel it all around you. Feel this box, this container, this vessel, this space, this sacred space for you to continue this activation. You can use this Mayan Copal. These are from Deshempsia. Cannot recommend this shop enough. Such sweet, generous, lovely, lovely people. Very passionate about their skills. Smells amazing. And we're gonna, same as we were with the halo, we're gonna really focus on the magnetism here. So now that we value ourselves a little more, let's say, or what comes naturally to us, what we enjoy doing, what we generously give of ourselves, now we see it, we know it. Oh my gosh. Here's now where we're magnetizing the return. So don't be surprised if little gifts start showing up, compliments, things start working out, because as you value this in yourself, there will magnetically be a pull, and we're calling that in during this session. I'm gonna focus in. Let's get the ball rolling here a little bit. Gonna focus in the brown, like here. Here. Anointing you, beloved, to your worth, your intrinsic, innate worth, value, self-esteem. I'm gonna go down to the bridge of the nose, down, rolling down to the temples. I'm gonna anoint my fingers. Bring a little warmth. Ooh, it's hot. Press on your brow. Bring in the warmth again. And press on the heart. One more time. And press on the solar plexus. This point of ego, this point of self-esteem, personal power, actions. And this is a place like all the others, but it's a very powerful placement, location of receiving energy, but also giving energy. Just gonna work through the aura, anointing and attuning your aura with this Mayan Copal resin oil. This is an E-note singing bowl. I'm gonna stand back. Just want you to focus on your solar plexus area. Really activating again the value in self, in your actions, in the energy you send out. And activating here, very importantly, the return, financial return, love return, inspiration return, care return, recognition return. Opportunity returned, received, replenished. An overflow and abundance, growth, fulfillment. Seeing yourself golden, shining, glowing. Giving, sharing, expressing. And know that it's safe for you to want the things that you want. It's safe for you to follow your heart, your dreams. The path gets confusing. The path gets challenging at times. But if you follow your truth and your passions and your intrinsic skills and qualities, you hold such a beautiful place in this world. And you are filled, supported for your authenticity. And let's just call in some financial abundance again. And just see yourself. Giving and receiving. express. Let this breath move through us. This is a peacock pheasant feather. How stunning. And we're just going to fan through. Just let it flow through you. Let this session, these words, whatever ideas you had, whatever feelings you had, flow through you. Process. If you feel sleepy, I'd encourage you to take a nap or go to bed and let this kind of continue the work while you rest. I'd encourage you, if you have some energy, to journal or visualize, meditate on this theme. And if you don't have time for that right now, just carry yourself through the day and value all that you give, all that you do, all that you are. Your natural gifts and your passions are a gift, and your desires are a gift, and your skills are a gift, your qualities. Your gifts of self from you to you. Go up and down. Just communicating up. Yes, this is me, a beacon. Communicating down. I am here. I am in this earth. Make it happen. Let it happen. I'm here. Right, just close your eyes and let it sink in. Let it sink in. Okay. I so hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you find it meaningful. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path tonight. And thank you for being such a significant part of mine. I can't thank you enough. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine in you and I, and to this beautiful, beautiful connection that we share. So very much love.